Hey everyone, welcome to the weekly astrology and pick a card reading. This is for the week ahead of the 20th of September through to the 26th of September 2021. So this week, the biggest message in the astrology is we have a full moon in Pisces. So Pisces is a water sign. The moon is a watery energy, so we have a full moon in a water sign. It really accentuates our intuition and our gut feeling about things. It is definitely time to pay attention to that. Other things that you can feel with this full moon in Pisces, which is at 28 degrees of Pisces, is a lot of emotion. So we may feel extra concerned about things that affect us in our emotions, things that are very sensitive topics, sensitive areas of life. One thing that I would say for sure is to definitely listen to your intuition. I mean, I always say that, but especially under this full moon in Pisces, trust your gut feelings, trust your intuition. You may have dreams that are trying to get a message through to you at this time. That's also possible. And just generally speaking, the message here is listen to your instinct, listen to your intuition. It's a creative time. It's a time to connect with spirit, to connect with your higher self. And also, you know, this full moon does conjunct with Neptune, which is the ruler of Pisces, and that does make this an extra powerful full moon in one way when it comes to that realm of emotion, intuition, psychic ability, creativity being enhanced. All these areas will be enhanced very strongly at this time. But as I said, we can feel very emotional, we can feel very tapped into the collective energies, because Pisces is that energy of being very open to what's going on in the collective. So we could pick up on a lot of sadness and not know why. We could feel certain feelings and not be sure why that is, and that definitely can be because we're picking up on the collective at this time with these energies. And your subconscious mind can be very much in the forefront at this time, so it can be quite a strong energy. As I said, it can make you feel quite emotional if you feel teary, or, you know, if you are a sensitive type, if you're a highly sensitive person, or if you've got a lot of water in your chart, a lot of water signs, or, you know, watery moon, especially Cancer moon, Pisces or Scorpio, you may feel extra emotional under this influence. And definitely be careful with anything addictive at this time, like alcohol or anything, you know, that's can sort of have you slip into an altered state in a way that's not natural. It does highlight, in a positive sense, going into meditation and being able to access higher information at this time, because of the Pisces Neptune energy is about, if I could speak, it's about accessing higher states of consciousness, connecting with the divine, higher aspects of your own mind, and that kind of thing. Some people may have, if you are someone that has a lot of Pisces energy in your chart, you could have sensitive energy with your feet, because Pisces rules the feet. It also rules the pineal gland, which gives us access to that clairvoyance, psychic insight, and all that sort of thing. So other than this full moon in Pisces at 28 degrees conjunct Neptune, very emotional energy, very sensitive. Some people may want to just retreat under this energy and just kind of like hide away under the covers, or, you know, be kind of wanting to escape reality with watching a movie that kind of takes you out of this reality. Things that take you out of this reality in a healthy way can actually be good with this influence. It can help you feel less of the harshness of reality, and certainly reality at this time feels quite harsh for the majority of people out there with everything that's going on in the world. You know, we're in a crazy time of purging the old systems of the world, which are all the energy, all that sort of hidden, I see it as plutonic energy coming to the surface, bubbling up to be washed and cleansed away. But this is a process, and it's a very difficult process to be part of it in a way, but it's also a very powerful time to witness such a transformation of society as we know it. And, you know, the negative energy that we're seeing, and if you're switched on to what's going on a more bigger picture level, and I'd say most people that watch my videos will be switched on to that other dimension to reality, which is, you know, the old negative energies are being purged, the old systems that are based on lower vibrational frequencies, let's just say, are needing to be released from the earth to bring in something that's more heart-centered, more honest, more true, and more benevolent, rather than this energy of greed and control. So anyway, that's that, a little bit of a side note, but it's definitely something that I think people can sense more at this time. Some people may be more fogged up in this time with the Pisces Neptune energy, because it can be illusions. And you know, at this time we are in, and we have been for quite a number of years, in Neptune in Pisces, which is a time of illusion, and a time when there is a lot of illusion in the world and a lot of deception. But that's something that we can experience some kind of extremes at the moment with the Pisces full moon, is either being fogged out by the illusion and not being able to see. But as I said, I think, you know, most people that watch my channel are more aware and can see through this illusory kind of energy that's been going on. So the full moon is actually today, 20th of September. So very emotional energy. The other stuff that we have is on the 23rd, so in a few days, the sun moves into Libra. So we go into Libra season right on the equinox, and that's a powerful time when we have that change of season. There's a really strong peak in energy that brings about fated and destined occurrences. So there could be very strong energies happening in the world, which I know that that's happening, but you might notice certain things to do with justice, because of Libra is the scales of justice, and it's about balance and having that balance right. So with Libra being, with going into Libra season, there is a focus on fairness, equality, justice, integrity, and you know, equality between people. Libra is a very social sign as well, so it's about communication and connection with others. And it's interesting to note actually that Libra sun is in the position of fall, so it's not the best energy, just because it tends to care about others first sometimes. And we all know, in order to look after others properly, we do need to look after ourselves. So there can be an imbalance in relationships at this time during Libra season, or almost self-sacrificing element, or an element of not wanting to speak up, not wanting to assert your truth out of fear of being rejected or creating imbalance. But that is the test of Libra season, is being able to stand up for yourself in a way that is not aggressive, in a way that is factual. And think about Libra energy, it's an air sign, it has a detachment to it, it's not highly emotional. It's about expressing your truth so that you feel balanced in yourself, and you know, only feeling balanced when you do express your truth, your inner truth. So on the day that the sun goes into Libra, Mars also goes to around 5 degrees of Libra, which will be in a conjunction with the sun in Libra. So on the 23rd, there could be quite strong energies around justice issues, around possibly things like court cases. Relationships could be intense as well. It's quite a strong energy. It might feel a bit imbalanced this week with relationships for some people. Librans might feel, especially if you're born early Libra, you might feel a bit charged up energy wise, or a bit highly strung. Could be a busy time as well. But as I said, these energies can represent legal issues, laws, justice, fairness, things like that. And on Sunday, we have the North Node trine with the Sun and in Libra. So for North Node in Gemini, trine the Sun in Libra. So that's on Sunday. So that could bring about some push forward to do with information and justice, I would say, I would speculate. And that's positive for anyone that has anything around 3 degrees of Gemini or Libra. That would feel like some kind of window of opportunity or energy opening up to move forward. There are other aspects going on, but I just wanted to mention the key ones this week. And then I'm going to go to the card part of the reading. So this is where you choose the element. The timestamps will be under the video, based on your astrological sun or rising sign, or even your moon sign. So, you know, I'm doing air signs first. So if you're a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that's you guys. All right, so I just got to make sure that I have enough space here to put all the cards. Move some crystals out of the way. All right, so let me see. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, what are your messages for this week? Okay, we have jumping cards, and there's 2. I was only going to get 1, but when 2 come out, I tend to just go with them as well. Now I need to check that I've got enough space here with the way my camera's set up. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay. All right. multi-dimensional self-reverence. Let's see what else. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, what are the messages for this week? This one's popping out. Come together. Wow. So relationships come into focus for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius this week. And one more card from the what's this deck again? This is the Black Moon Astrology cards. One of my favorite decks. Okay, and you have Pluto transformation. Wow. Scorpio energy. Pluto rules Scorpio. And let's look at the astro dice for the air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Libra comes up. How about that? I love that. First house, the sun. Oh, interesting. So just with the astro dice, so Librans in particular, I feel like there's a strong message for Librans to really focus on, yes, the balance in your relationships this week, but also yourself and your own path, because you have the sun in the first house here, which are very strong energies about one's own ego identity. Okay, so these are very strong message for Libras, but in general for the air signs, this is a message about, yes, there's a very strong focus on relationships around you this week with the come together and the Pluto transformation. So you might be going through some kind of transformation in a love relationship or in a partnership, but you need to look at how this is affecting your life and your path. And there may be, for some, a new relationship that opens up your path forward. And the 8 here is interesting because 8, traditionally in astrology, it's the 8th house, it's the Pluto house, and we have Pluto here. So there's a double message about transformation going on here this week for you guys. So there's something deep happening in your mind and your heart in regards to love, relationships, partnerships, whether it's, you know, realizations that are quite profound, or feeling like you've completed something with regards to a past relationship, or you're embarking on something new. This card says, honor your many crowns, for underneath our masks we behold the jewels of our inner kingdom. Wow. So this is about remembering yourself, air signs, and honoring your true self and the love that you have within you. Look at the heart echo here. So she's got a heart on her eye and there's a heart there. Well, there's 3 hearts. So really strong message about balance within relationships and with your own self, like what you need for yourself. And then it's also talking about multidimensional self. It says your awareness is expanding, integrating consciousness to become your highest expression of being. Wow. So this could be a very powerful week for the air signs this week. And I'm getting meditation, centering yourself so that you feel more balanced from within. And so that you can focus on your needs this week as well as your relationships, and somehow balancing both of those. But with the Pluto card, you are going through a deep transformation of some kind. The 11th house is mentioned here, so 11 here can represent friendships or soul connections. So people that have like a profound effect on your life. Okay. This can also represent family. For some people, it can represent a transformation in your family, a change in the family, rebirth energy, letting go of the past and embracing something new. Can even indicate, you know, something to do with children. It's like a stork here sitting on the heart with a crown on it and a couple. And it's like coming together represents some kind of transformation for some people in the family or within a relationship context. Seems pretty powerful. All right, so let's go to the earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Oh, jumping card. So it says triality. You're shifting from your polarized world of duality to the freedom of heart unity. Gosh, that's a powerful. The maiden, mother, crone, triple goddess symbol here is on the actual card, which is the back of these cards. So it's about integrating different parts of yourself as a whole, the triality, all the different things that you've learned when you were younger to do with where you're at now, and to do with the wisdom that you're gathering to move forward. Let's have a look at the Enchanted Map Oracle. Sorry, too many cards there. Earth signs. What messages are there for earth signs this week? This one. Solitude. Interesting. Okay, it's a number 13, which represents, or which connects with 4, which is about inner stability, inner strength. And it's a lighthouse here. So the lighthouse symbolizes being strong and being able to weather the storms of your life. And you may feel alone at times, earth signs, with what you're going through, but it's about you learning a different level of inner strength. And in this card, the storm has passed. So that could be a message for someone that you've been through the worst of what you had to face, and now there's this time for you to reflect and to pray and to connect with spirit, with the 13 here and the solitude. There's a lot of inner reflection and wisdom going on here for the earth signs this week. What other messages are there for earth signs this week? Wow, lunar eclipse change. Okay, so perhaps there's been a storm recently, and yet there's this change coming in, which is quite powerful because it's an eclipse. Lunar eclipses are powerful change. Let's see what the astrologers have for the earth signs. 8th house, Scorpio. Wow, really intense emotions, and Neptune. So the earth signs, your emotions are very intense this week, and there's a lot going on inside you. You may feel like your emotions are very complex. You may feel a bit volatile in some area of yourself or in your emotions, so you feel like you need to pull your energy back and have time alone in order to sort of cope with feeling very vulnerable or very sensitive, or that you're picking up on so many different things that you just need to ground your energy. Look at the lighthouse again and how stable that energy is. But there's a lot of wisdom coming in this week, and there's a need to accept the changes that are happening. So 43 here, which represents, or is the number 7. 7's about spiritual tests. So there could be something that you're going through, some kind of spiritual test that you need to, you know, stabilize your emotions, but also trust spirit, trust your intuition. With Neptune, Scorpio in the 8th house is very much about trusting the divine, trusting your guidance, trusting that you're here on this particular part of your journey for a reason. You know, it's not for no reason. There's definitely something powerful going on, and there's a need to accept that this is all part of your life journey, and it might feel confusing, emotionally intense, or like a roller coaster, like extremes, ups and downs at times, but it's just part of you learning to integrate all of these powerful lessons that you will then use in your future in some way or another. Okay, so let's go to the water signs next. So this will be for Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What are the messages this week? Jumping card. Journey. Time for a soul adventure. Explore the uncharted waters of your inner or outer world. Interesting. This picture is so evocative. I mean, we have the clock here, which represents Saturn, time, and tests. And look at the landscape. It's just chaotic. The earth, it's like in turmoil. All the buildings all of the world are all represented here. Like key buildings with the Colosseum. We have the Paris Eiffel Tower. London Tower, I think that is. And Leaning Tower of Pisa. So many different parts of like major countries being represented here in turmoil. And so maybe water signs, you're very sensitive to what's going on in the world at this time, and you feel empathically very connected to that. You might be experiencing some fears because of what the world and what the earth is going through. Very strong tumultuous energies there. Let's see what else comes up for the water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Oh, that came up. Oh wow, that came up for the air signs. So look at that. The world is definitely going through a transformation, and you're really feeling it this week, water signs, which doesn't surprise me because you have the full moon in Pisces, which is a water sign. And so you're feeling your emotions and you're empathing things with extra intensity, and you may be picking up on the collective with extra sensitivity. So do shield your energy, and know if you're feeling really off balance, you could simply be picking up on the collective as well as your own sensitive emotions in reaction to that. Definitely time to get grounded. I feel very ungrounded with this, so just getting out in nature if you can, sitting on Mother Earth, feeling nurtured and supported by Mother Earth. Oh my gosh, look at that. I was just saying, sitting there and feeling nurtured and supported by Mother Earth. And look at that picture, beautiful tree. 2 pictures that have a clock which represents Saturn. Look at that, there's a little clock there and there's a clock there, and that's funny that they 2 different decks and you know have this clock featured. So that represents you are being tested at this time, water signs, and yet you need to get grounded in nature and feel that healing beauty power of nature to ground you. And it says follow the leader. Interesting. So what I'm getting from that is to look to people around you that you know you can trust, people that have wisdom, and you know, it's not about just following the herd or following, you know, what everyone else is doing, because sometimes that's it's not always the right way. It's asking you to follow your intuition on who you can trust in your life that you know, because it's 4, which is those people that are like family, you know, a parent, someone that you really feel that you can trust, someone that you're close to. All right, let's look at the Astro Dice for water signs. 4th house again. Wow, look at that. The 4 and the 4 pop up here. I love it when things like that happen. Capricorn, see, it's talking about a parent here for could be 1 or 2 people or a number of you. Capricorn is traditionally the father figure, okay? So there's a strong energy here. And we have Saturn, unbelievable here. Saturn rules Capricorn, and it's with the 4. And then we have Capricorn with the 4. I just love the synchronicity. 1 more to go. And Mercury, see, communication. Just what I was saying with the cards. Talk to somebody this week that you trust. It's, for a lot of you, a parent, and just feeling that grounding that comes from that reassuring energy that you know, when you talk to a parent, connect with a parent. There may be important conversations for some of you with a parent or with an elder. You know, for some it could be a grandparent, okay? You could be spiritually communicating with family on the other side. But there's definitely big energy around communication with elders this week for the water signs, and it could be dealing with someone in authority as well for some of you. All right, so moving on to the fire signs, lucky last. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What are the messages? Oh gosh, these 2 literally flew out. Financial flow and karma cleanse. Whoa, powerful. Gosh, look at that. So you have worked on cleansing some heavy karma, it's saying, with these cards. I just make sure that you can see that, because I always lose track. Where am I? There we go. That's fine. Okay. And it says, you've earned it. You deserve it. Financial rewards begin to flow and profitable solutions unfold. Liberate yourself from karmic patterns of the past and live a life of creative choice. Creative choice. Independence. Creativity. Perhaps your own business, working on creative ideas that are going to bring in extra abundance and extra flow. Trusting in your finances, not reacting out of fear or lack. Okay, that's a very important message I'm getting here. We have Aries for the fire sign. So how about that? Aries is mentioned specifically. So some kind of special message for the Aries people pop through. So you might have new opportunities with your finances, Aries, but also for all the fire signs. I'm going to do the Astro Dice. For all the fire signs, this is about honoring yourself and trusting in your individual path and focusing on you. Okay, so yes, we're coming into Libra season this week where you may be pulled to focus more on others. Don't get lost in other people's energy too much, fire signs. You want to be focused on yourself. This week the energy is very strong for that, because there's a lot of abundance coming into your life. There's a lot of things that you're working on to improve your life. Let's look at the Astro Dice. Pisces, yeah, Pisces full moon. Saturn, interesting. So Saturn, Pisces in the 8th house. Could be some stuff about getting control of your finances, trusting in your financial situation, not holding on out of fear. With Saturn in the 8th house, we can hold on to things out of fear too much. Pisces, I feel that just indicates the full moon having a strong effect on you. So for Aries, that full moon lands in your 12th house. For Aries people specifically, that could be that you have a lot of dreams under this energy of this full moon. The next few days, you could feel more intuitive. Trust your intuition, Aries, specifically. But for all the fire signs, it's the same message. Really trust your gut feeling. And I am getting Saggy, obviously for Saggy, Leo and Aries, the big message is have faith when it comes to your finances, that things are going to be flowing, even if something is changing with your finances in some way, or if there's something that you want to put money towards, just trust that you will have that money. It is also, if you need to be careful with your finances, yes, be careful with them, but don't get into a limited mindset of thinking that you'll never have enough to do what you need to do, or those kind of negative thoughts, because Saturn and the 8th house energy, we can sometimes be a bit pessimistic about financial flow. The Karma Cleanse card just talks about how you've released some things from your past recently, negative energy, negative thought forms, all that kind of thing. So those were the messages this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you'd like to book a reading, my shop was closed for a few days because I just needed a bit of time to catch up. I will open it later on tonight, Sydney time, so around between 7 and 9 p.m. tonight, Eastern Sydney time. I will open it. If anyone wants to book a reading, it will be open then. So Thank you so much and have a great week, everyone. Bye.